There's nothing quite like coming home to a real fire on a cold winter's evening. And these days, that's not just a traditional open fire, we now have options, with sales of wood burners doubling over the last few years, with over 150,000 sold last year alone. Not to mention the increasing popularity of chimeneas and fire pits for those al fresco evenings. But the fuel can be expensive, damp, dirty, difficult to store, and not always readily available. So imagine if there were an inexpensive, natural alternative that's always dry, burns hotter, cleaner, and for longer. Imagine it's available at your local garden centre, supermarket, or DIY retailer. That it's easy to store and more environmentally friendly even than a log cut in your own back garden. Well, exactly that is now available. Supaflame Heat Logs. An innovative, carbon-neutral, low-moisture content fuel log that burns hotter for longer than conventional logs, emitting 20% less CO2 on the way and leaving a residue that's a great potassium-rich fertilizer and soil aerator. Supaflame Heat Logs start their life in the paddy fields of Vietnam, one of the world's biggest rice producers. Each Supaflame Heat Log is made from rice husk, a 100% natural byproduct of the 3 separate rice harvests they have each year in Vietnam. During the milling process used to produce rice for human consumption, the outer shell or husk of the rice grain is removed and discarded as an unusable byproduct, leaving millions of tons of discarded rice husk every year. Supaflame has taken this byproduct and by extreme compression extrusion and heating to over 400 degrees centigrade, they have produced a fuel log that is 100% natural, free of any contaminants, exceptionally dry and consistently combustible. It produces 11% more energy weight for weight than wood logs. It burns for longer and up to 20% hotter than wood logs. It is environmentally neutral, releasing no more CO2 into the air than was originally used by the plant when it was growing. And because it burns substantially slower, it works out at up to 20% less expensive than wood logs. For the retailer, it can be delivered in bulk to a national distribution centre or by the pallet direct to store. In its attractive, descriptive packaging, it's easy to stock, to transport, to store and to handle, and it sells itself. For the consumer, buying fuel for the fire or log burner just becomes part of the weekly shop, or get it delivered in bulk via the store and save money. A night in around the fire has never felt so good. Supaflame Heat Logs, the convenient, consistently burning, inexpensive, carbon-neutral alternative fuel that burns hotter, cleaner and longer than conventional logs.